everyone, welcome to Dungeons and Dread. I am your Dungeon Master, Jack Sieber, and this is a show where we combine D&D 5e role-playing with the other role-playing game, Dread. Once again, a couple announcements. We'd like to thank Michael Ghelfi. The sounds you'll be hearing in the background are created by him. He runs a channel, RPG Sounds and Ambiences, here on YouTube. His content is very well made, so please support him and his work. Links to his channel and Patreon are in the description below. So, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Last we left off, the three of you are our three adventurers here, Jareth, Veil of Shadows, and Ghelfi. After some events at your hometown in Felding, you had made your way towards the settlement a bit north of you to Woodage, where you're hoping to entreat the help of a holy man to combat a plague that seemingly reanimates the dead and brings them back after your village had been struck. You made your way to Woodage after discovering that a certain individual you were with, Jaron, was not really with you, or was he? Who's to know? After a bit of a tense start, you made your way towards Woodage, and upon approaching, you found that the gates were open. Upon further inspection, you found the town to be mostly scorched, though everything else seemed mostly intact. Just none of the people, no villagers there. You made your way into the center, kind of towards the back of the village, where there's a large cathedral. You made your way inside, and upon entering there, found the holy man you were looking for. After a bit of a intense and abrupt discussion, there was a bit of a tense standoff where it was revealed that the holy man was Jareth, your former liege lord, who apparently you had a history with. There had been some conflict between you two, and a fight broke out after Ghelfi and Veil stood their ground. Even though he explained himself, you stood by your friend. And after a very intense fight, very narrowly managed to defeat him, Jareth, you delivering the final blow. As you all stand here now in the aftermath, in this atrium, with the morning sun shining, the rays beaming down on you through the stained glass, you stand here, your foe on the floor before you, having taken his weapon. You all stand here, taking in what has just happened. Guys, what are you doing?
I'm actually going to stand up and just kind of clutching my wounds. I'm going to look to the other two. How badly hurt are you?
I'm a little bruised, but I think I'm okay.
Anything broken, anything like that?
I start kind of feeling myself a little bit. No, nothing's broken. I'm fine in that sense.
Yeah, well, you're gonna feel it in the morning, but yeah, you're good.
Well, I know for one thing, I didn't bring any kind of medical supplies on this trip, so I think we might want to start scavenging the town for whatever we can find.
That might be a good idea. I'm fine. I can move around easily. I'm not hurt at all.
I was gonna say, it didn't look like you took too many
No,
blows.
the worst thing that was hurt was my pride.
Well, I'm gonna start looking outside for the supplies, and I'm gonna start walking towards the door.
Okay, you're going to exit the cathedral, looking around the town?
Yes, that's
okay. I'll say, currently, you do not detect any threats. If you guys wanted to scavenge the town for supplies and or the cathedral as well, you can do so. Just tell me what you're interested in looking for. I'll have you roll an investigation check to find what you're searching for.
I'm looking particularly for like medical supplies, healing potions, anything like that I can find. Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check for me. Jareth, Veil, and Ghelfi, what are you guys doing? Okay, 1 second, Jareth.
Go to Veil first, let me think.
Okay. I would like to investigate this citadel, this big cathedral, to see if there is anything of value. I know that the pantry had low supplies, but there was stuff in it. So I might go in there, and I might go and look around for rooms, maybe maybe a place of residence, maybe like what the altar had on it. This man was very well armed, so he might have had other things on him.
All right. So we'll say you're looking around the cathedral.
Yeah, just
we'll
in
say.
general,
Okay.
yeah. Yes.
I'll have you roll an investigation check as well, and Gajil
I'm gonna look for medical supplies too.
as well. Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead and you can roll. You can go ahead and roll an individual intelligence check or investigation check. Jareth will come back to you in just a second.
I thought my roll was bad.
Oh, guys. Okay. Jareth, what'd you roll?
Grand total of an 8.
An 8.
Yeah.
Okay. And Gajil?
A 1.
A natural.
Yeah.
Okay.
It stays at 1 too because it's a 0 modifier.
Nice. Well done, guys. Okay. I will say this town, again, is not... It's larger than Felding, and there is a wall around it. The buildings are, 2 stories for the most part. But there's not a whole lot of potions, per se. You find what you gather to be like an herbalism type establishment, but upon inspecting, anything that was useful has been either burned or taken. I'd say with that roll, all you managed to find, you find some clean cloth if you wanted to wrap up, like bandage-wise. That's about all you're able to find about the town that isn't scorched or taken already.
Gotcha. Well then, I guess I'll. That's all I was gonna do.
Okay. Vale.
I rolled a none at 20.
Okay.
I can confirm it.
Keen eyes.
I'm not happy.
Jareth is just.
We're gonna get a strike from Disney.
Jareth is just.
Finger the mouse.
I have not gotten a copyright on any of these yet. I do not want one now.
Oh god. Why does the overloads?
We're gonna anger the mouse.
Okay. So, Vale, searching around the cathedral, inspecting the pantry first. It is fairly well stocked. Whoever's been staying here, the holy man, he's definitely dwindled its supplies. But there are several large cheese wheels, as well as dried meats, and you also find there's a large sack of flour, which you could use probably to make some bread on your way. There's food for probably for the 3 of you for several days if you wanted to take all of it.
I can, I'm not a cheese person, a cheese cat. I don't have a taste for it, but I'll take it anyway. It lasts a while.
Mm-hmm.
I know Jareth is fond of the meat, so I'll take some of that. Is there any wine of any kind?
There is not in the cathedral that you can find.
Damn it, the man drank it all. Okay. So anyway, I will. I'm just going to take as much as I can without overburdening myself. Yes.
You can take most of the supplies. You might need to hand a few of the satchels or bags to your friends, but you managed to pull it out into the atrium, we'll say. And you said you wanted to check out the other. You guys didn't explore the other wing yet. You wanted to go check it out?
I want to go check that out, yes. Okay. I'll just put the food down in just on a table or something. I'll get it later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say with that 20, you said not natural? Not natural?
Yeah,
20?
non-natural.
Okay. Checking out that the other wing, you see it is a fairly simple rectangular building, about 10-foot high ceiling, and inside is just appears to be 12 beds. And you see at the foot of them is a foot locker at each of them. At the very end, there is a kind of, the ground goes down a bit. You see there's a stool and a basin on it. You gather an area for bathing. And that's about it in this wing.
I want to check the foot locker.
Okay. Checking the foot locker is not locked. There are 12 of them. Are you gonna investigate each of them, or just?
I'll just open them, kind of gleam what's inside,
Okay.
and then.
Checking inside, you see inside each one there is appears to be a change of clothes, a very simple but nice-looking white robe. You see that in each different chest, it kind of varies. There's a set of scrolls and books and writing implements, and in each chest, if you take the time to check each of them, you see also pendant. It appears to be a golden relief of a sun that hangs on a silver chain.
I'm going to look at this. It is very beautiful. I think I'm going to take that.
You gonna take one of them?
Yes, I'm going to take one of them. Yeah,
Okay.
just one though. Just
Okay.
one.
Go ahead and make a religion check for me, Vale.
Religion. I don't practice too much myself, admittedly. It's not bad. Was it 13?
13. I'd say you've heard of. There are many deities and religions that pay homage to the sun as a source of power, as a source of light. You gather that this is probably a symbol representative of either Pelor, the Dawnfather, or it's kind of more a little more popular where you're from, which is the fire god. It's kind of a more elemental variation of it, where the religion pays homage to the various elements, fire being prominent as it is a centerpiece in the sky. So you gather it's probably one of those.
Very interesting. I'm going to put it on, and I'm going to put it underneath my shirt, and there's nothing else in the room.
It's pretty bare bones. There are blankets and there's a pillow on each of the beds. Appears to be stuffed with straw. These are pretty Spartan quarters.
All right. Well, that is about it for me. I just wanted some food, and I found the necklace. So hey, man, I'm doing pretty good, I think.
Okay. Size-wise, it's about the size of a $50. The sun.
So it's a very humble size.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's good. I like the simplicity.
Okay. Are you guys gonna meet up? Where are you guys gonna?
I assume we'd meet in the little courtyard area.
Okay. So you guys meet up. I'll say you take about an hour to kind of investigate looking for the medical supplies, checking out the cathedral. After about an hour, it's getting close to noon. The sun's rising more and more overhead. You guys meet kind of out in the central courtyard in this abandoned town.
I got food if you're wanting it. I found there's lots of it in the pantry. There's like lots of cheese.
That's good.
Meat.
That's also good.
There's nothing really to drink. I've got milk.
You
That's
did
not
have the
bad.
milk. Yeah, I forgot you got that. Yeah.
Probably need to drink that quick before it spoils.
It turns into cheese after a while.
Let's hope it doesn't turn into cheese at this point.
There's a lot. We are building a sizable collection of cheese here. We could always use more.
Just to give you, I'm just picturing like those games where you have like your inventory and it's like 7 cheese wheels and they're just like you
have the wedges and then you have the cheese wheels.
Yeah. So you find you have on you 3 we'll say medium-sized cheese wheels, about a pound of dried meat and a small burlap sack of flour.
I'm not carrying the cheese.
Would you carry a piece of cheese?
I'll carry some of the cheese.
Would you like to carry the meat instead?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, sure. Yes, I got it just for you. And so I'm going to give you the
I
pound
don't know
of...
why on earth we need all this cheese. I don't know why on earth we need all this food.
Okay.
Well, I have a question for you, Vale.
Yes, Kajil.
Is it holy cheese?
Well, thanks for listening, guys. It's been fun.
It looks like a brie, perhaps a cheddar. I am not an expert.
I was joking, my dear friend. I was joking.
Oh.
You get it, holy cheese. It has holes in it.
Oh.
Edgar taught me that one.
Wait, but wouldn't that make it Swiss?
See, I don't know. I just knew the joke.
I just want to die.
I was like, we're not gonna.
Okay.
We are not about to go into cheese puns. No.
All right. So
I'm saying.
we need to start heading
putting
towards the
my
Mistgrove. Isn't that where they said the
Yeah, apparently we get
information
help
had to
there.
be? Right. Let's head that way then. I suppose I'm gonna look at my map. About how many days would it be from Woodage to Mistgrove?
Go ahead and make a survival check for me, Jareth.
That's not too bad. Actually, that's pretty good considering my modifier to it. Yeah, 1 second. I don't know why I just decided to get rid of my character sheet for a second. Alrighty, so that's going to be a 23.
23. You have not traveled far beyond this area, but judging from the map and its proportions and trusting that they are right, you kind of have several different maps that you're laid together now. Looking at it from what you can gather, it would probably be anywhere from 1 to maybe 2 days. You've never been up into the marshland though, so you don't know how
what the terrain's like.
Yeah, it may take you a little bit longer
I can
to
assume
progress.
it's a little murky and muddy.
Not a pleasant place, but
Yeah.
you've never traveled. You don't know how much it'll slow your travel.
Certainly. Well, I guess I'll just relay that information to them. From what I can gather from the map, it looks like it's a 1, maybe 2, closer to 2 or 3 day journey if we're taking into account difficult terrain.
What's the time right now? What's the day?
It's almost
noon.
it's almost midday.
Right.
I'm going to look at the wounds of my friends, particularly Jareth, because he's not doing too well right now.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'll be
And
alright.
I want to know, are there any horses left? Any oxen?
Make a perception check.
Okay. It's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad.
Good.
There's 16.
Looking around and checking the stables, they are empty. And you kind of also look around. There's not you listening. It's very quiet. It appears any animals that were here were either taken and or already slaughtered for food. You have not seen any other signs of life here besides this one holy man, who. By the way, did you guys just leave him in the?
Yeah, we'll just leave him there.
Just
I'm
left
not gonna
him.
move him.
Alright.
I actually would like, at the very least, I would have liked to put him back against the altar.
Yeah, I'll help him with that.
And just
I get
lay
close to?
him just on the altar, just.
But
I'm
I'll
not-
also I'll cross his arms, making
I-
sure it's in like a respectable position as well.
Okay.
kinda
I
like-
know.
His one arm.
There's one
He's only
arm.
got one arm.
Apologies.
I know he
Yes.
was kind of an asshole, but he was, at least he gave us the map.
And he was honorable.
But outside of that, he can.
I
he
feel
can-
attacked.
I'm
I
not.
feel
I'm not going
personally
to. I'm not going to do anything else because he didn't really deserve it, as far as I know.
So yeah, I'm not gonna help with that. I'm just gonna start getting prepped for the journey.
Okay.
Mapping out to where we're
Vale,
going.
if I remember right, you already have an inspiration point, correct? Gajil, you're helping with this?
Yes, I am.
Okay, you do gain a point of inspiration for taking care of this holy man's remains in a respectful manner and making sure his remains are respectfully placed back within the altar.
Oh my.
Okay. Alrighty. Again, it's about noon now. Once you guys have kind of completed this, what's the plan?
So we get marching.
Are you sure you've got the pretty nasty cut on your shoulder?
Yeah,
I'll be
what
fine.
does Jareth look like right now? Like, how does he look?
Go and make an insight check, Gajil.
Okay, it's pretty good. It's gonna be 19.
Jareth, how do you look?
I only took really 2 big hits,
Mhm.
and one of them being on my shoulder, and the other one I managed to block the most of it with my axe. So really, I don't look like I'm suffered any too bad. There's probably some links missing from the chain on my shoulder, chainmail, and I'm probably clutching it pretty hard because I'm an older man,
He looks like he's taking some hits. He's tough though. You note that he seems deep in thought, and seems kind of wanting to get out of here to kind of keep those thoughts at bay. I'll say with that insight check.
I'll just keep the information to myself.
I say we just keep moving. I'm fine. I'm gonna need to make some repairs to my armor once we get to a safe spot, but beyond that, I think I'm fine.
All right, that sounds good to me. I don't suppose there's much here of anything now.
Not too much, no.
My question is, where did all the people go?
That's a very good question.
It's likely they could have went. I don't know. I don't know this region very well.
There is one thing I'd like to do before we leave. I'd like to go back to the ironworkers.
Yes.
His place. I'd like to try and find if he had a smelting cup.
Okay.
'Cause that's the one item I wasn't able to grab from my home.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Alright,
This-
so that's going to be...
Rules looking for medical supplies.
I know, right? That's going to be a 20.
Yeah, I'll say with that roll again. A lot of the shop appears like he could walk in at any moment and
Right.
resume selling. You find the cup. It is currently full of material, so it's kind of heavy.
I got you. Does it look like I could stoke the fires pretty easily?
They've been cold for a while. It would take you some time, but you being a blacksmith, you certainly could.
I'm just going to take the cup as is for right now.
Okay.
And put it in my backpack, so I'm going to
Okay.
add that to my...
With everything you're carrying, and with those ingots, Jareth, just letting you know.
yes,
You're,
I've been keeping up with it. I'm at 179 pounds out of 240.
okay. Just wanted to make sure.
I've been keeping track.
Okay.
I added the iron bars and the silver.
Look at you,
So-
good gamers. Look
I
at
even
you.
added the dried meat, the poundage to that. So
I'm not carrying a lot, so.
Well, you're also.
I'm probably
you're
carrying
pretty-
the most.
You're pretty big, Gajil. So
I am actually carrying.
I'm not too worried about you
I-
carrying. You're carrying.
I was like,
capacity.
yeah. I mean, if you were carrying around like a cow or something, I might have you check. But
But
You don't know if I am.
did you take Gina with you?
Did you sneak Gina in?
That would be very.
All right, everyone roll
interesting.
percept. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It'd be
All right.
insane.
Okay, so
So,
what's the move?
I say we head to Mistgrove, but it's up to you, gentlemen. If you don't want to continue the journey with me, I completely understand.
I say we go.
I don't see much of an option other than to tell the people of Elding we know nothing more than we did before we came here.
All right, let's get moving then.
Alrighty. You guys begin heading west towards the Mire. As you're going, you cross. The area here has been cleared out for the most part. Most of your day's travel is the area is not as wooded. It's fairly flat. You see some farmland in the distance, and as you make your way, it soon begins to get dark. As you kind of make your way into the tree line, are you guys wanting to push into the night? Are you wanting to set up camp?
I think.
You've been traveling for about
I think
half
it's a
a day.
good idea.
I
to
think we should
camp.
just set up camp. Yeah, we're
Okay.
pretty.
So I'd like to find, like we did last time, I'd like to find a semi-defensible position.
Okay. Also, you're taking your time to do so. You don't have to roll for it.
alright.
You find an area you feel is you've got good eyesight,
Right.
and you can set up camp.
I'm gonna set up camp. I'm gonna make the fire. And then I'm actually gonna take the smelting cup out and use my tongs to hold it over the fire until that the material starts to, break down.
Okay.
And then I'm not since I don't know what it is, I'm actually just gonna pour it out onto the
Okay.
ground.
You watch as this, you lay it out onto the dirt, and some of the small grass catches fire for a second.
I'm
Then
gonna stop it out.
okay.
Alright, well, now we know that's clear. I can start, if we need anything made, I can, well, right now I've got about 3 iron bars and 1 bar of silver, so I can make some minor repairs to anybody's gear if need be.
Well, that's very useful. I didn't realize you just needed all of that to do things like.
Honestly, it
yes.
would be nice to have a anvil, but, I can make do. I can figure out something.
I see. The last thing I would like to do is in the camp at night. I'd like to do like it's like a tai chi almost.
Mhm.
Kata.
Yeah, something. I have just now realized what he had said, and I don't. know
Oh,
how I
like a cow!
It's a kata, if you will.
Yes.
Once again, thanks for joining us today. That's about all the time we have for
I
today.
enjoyed your fun.
I actually I like it a lot.
I
It's
enjoyed
it's terrible, but in a good way. Kind of like drinking coffee.
Snuck that one. Well, okay, this wrong podcast. We're not gonna talk about coffee.
Yeah.
Okay, so coffee's great. So
No, it's great.
okay, what do you guys do? What do you guys?
I'm doing my exercise. And
I'll get ready for first watch, like I
Okay.
always do.
I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Alrighty.
Gajil's just tired. He just flops down on the ground and just starts going to bed.
Okay.
Waiting for him to wake me up, of course.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check for me, Jared.
Right. That's pretty good. Where was all this a little bit ago when we needed
Yeah, we need
medical,
medical
supplies?
supplies.
It's going to be a 20.
20. Okay. You keep vigilant watch. You watch as nighttime sounds of
Right.
nocturnal animals come to. You keep an eye out. Nothing seems to disturb your campsite as you wake Gajil.
Does that count as a full rest?
Yes, you
Yes.
are. You are all
Oh, thank
resting.
And then I'm going to
Thank God.
take my rest with the...
Go ahead, Gajil. Just roll another perception check for me, just to see how well you keep watch
I shall.
till morning.
Okay, I'm just starting to wake up still. It's a 6.
A 6.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice even number.
As you keep your eyes out,
He's
you
killed.
sit and you watch, and after a little bit, you feel this bit of warmth on the back of your neck. And as your eyes shoot open, as you realize this, you turn and you see the sun is beginning to rise.
Oh my. I'm gonna look around, see if anyone saw that. I'm gonna make a quick investigation check on our camp.
Sure. Give me just a second. Jareth.
Yeah. What now?
As you kind of begin to lay down and begin to drift off to sleep, it's dark, and you begin to see flashes, almost reminiscent of the lights you saw the previous day in your battle with your former liege lord. You hear horse whinnies, you hear explosions, sounds of battle. You hear the clanging of metal. You hear shouts and cries from wounded. Once again, you hear a voice cry out above the rest of them. Come on! We have them! Push to!
We don't
And with that, Jareth, I need you to make a con save for me.
14.
14. As these sounds...
Oh wait, it's a save?
Yes.
Okay, it's 16.
Okay. As these sounds come to you, they play in your mind, and you rustle, and Gajil, as you turn, you see Jareth is tossing and turning in his sleep, and you go to kind of reach over to wake him up, and he awakes with a start. Jareth, as you come to.
I'd probably react by Did you like tap me awake?
I'm assuming I took like a stick and just like poked you.
I would have thrown a punch. Yeah, I didn't make it. He's asleep. He's like.
Okay, you just swing and wake up.
Are you
Bad dreams.
Are
He's gonna
you?
start.
So
packing up.
you do manage your long rest, though you are very tired today.
Right.
A rest by, a generous
Yeah.
amount. Okay.
I'm fine. You need to start packing up camp and get moving.
Of course. Do you need to talk about?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's go.
I understand that. Yeah.
Vale, time to wake up. Come on.
No, but what?
Stop dreaming of fishes.
and
It was cheese this time, unfortunately.
Oh no. What was the dream, if I may ask?
Cheese was everywhere. Your hair, cheese. Your sword, cheese. Jareth, cheese. All of it, cheese.
Wait, just all of me was cheese?
Everywhere, just cheese.
Was he holy?
I wish it was.
I have
that
another
way.
one.
It would
Did
be
my
humorous. It was just the awful.
did my hair look Gouda?
What is Gouda?
I don't know. Edgar keeps making that joke, and I laugh. I think
So
it's
go
funny.
ahead and roll a d4 for me. Good shield.
I mean, I'll do it. I'll take it.
I'm just. You don't have to roll.
Oh.
You don't have to roll for
I was
damage.
gonna-
But
I
the
was gonna-
next cheese pun that is made will take
The very next
d4
one.
damage. I swear. Okay, so as you all, I do love puns. Don't get me wrong.
Do
But
not challenge us.
but-
This way.
but there's a time and place for cheese puns. Okay. So as you all awaken, are you continuing your path forward? What's
Aye.
the plan?
I'd say we just keep moving towards the Mistgrove.
Yeah.
Do I need to make any kind of a check to make sure we're on the right path?
Go ahead and make
least as
a
best as
survival
I can
check
tell.
for me if you're gonna lead that.
You know, I'm gonna help him by having like the map out and stuff.
That's not
Kind of
bad
rough.
actually. That's
Phase
really
advantage.
good. So that's gonna be a 19.
19. Okay. You begin making your way, and as you progress for the better part of the day, it's a fairly pleasant journey. Again, it's the tail end of summer, so the days are hot but not scorchingly so. It's a fairly pleasant day in the shade, especially of the trees as they grow denser as you make your way through kind of the outskirts of the Doorwood. But as you go, you begin to, later into the day, you hear it first. It's this subtle squish, 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 as you notice now the ground beneath you is beginning to get a bit softer. Also, on the breeze, you pick up a kind of acrid, foul smell of water that's been sitting for far too long.
Stagnant pool.
And as you begin to press forward, you begin to see small pools of brackish water. You begin to pass. You see the trees are still just about as dense, though not quite as tall. And these trees are a bit more ruddy and shallow. Their roots extend kind of like, in a weird way, like large spider limbs that stick out as you begin to make your way into the Western Mire.
It seems like a place where foul things might hide.
We've nothing like this where I'm from. The closest you get to this is the bank of a river, maybe, perhaps a delta. But no, this is. I should have worn shoes. They are comfortable, but this is worse in some
If
ways.
you want, you can ride on my shoulders and keep you out of the mud.
I'm carrying a lot of things on me. Are you sure about that?
I'm very sure I can carry you.
How much do you weigh? Just out of curiosity.
I am very light.
It's fair enough for your cat. but
He's not big boned like you are.
Is that another fat joke?
No, it's just the facts of it all.
Yeah, I'm going to ride on your shoulders.
All right, go for it.
All right, yeah, let's do it.
How much does he weigh?
I weigh about, I think 130 maybe.
Oh yeah, you're
Very
easy.
tiny.
Oh, you're easy.
I'm very thin.
For Gajil, I'll say if you want to carry him around, it's not too much of a trouble for you.
My weight is
Yeah.
very. Yeah, I'm not tall either.
Very small cat.
Yeah, I'm very.
Great. So you just hop on my shoulders, and I kind of look up to you and I say, you know, you can keep a lookout from up there a little easier for us all. Watch our backs, watch our everything.
I can try. You are very tall.
You know, the more I played Jareth, the more I just wish he'd been a dwarf.
Why?
I don't know. I just
Short,
yeah.
crotchety.
Just all I can think.
You know, it kind of does fit. It kind of does fit what you.
Right. But anyway, so Jareth's just gonna keep plodding along
Okay.
in the mud.
As you're leading them on, again, your steps are growing heavier. Your progress has definitely slowed. You're moving at about half speed of what you normally would. Again, it's kind of just the mud is very thick, and you're trying to avoid the larger pools of water, and making your way best that you can, trying to keep the maps from getting erased or destroyed. While you're up on his shoulders, Vale, why don't you go ahead and make a perception check for me, as it is getting. The sun is beginning its descent, and the rays start to make their way through the trees.
On my way over here, I heard the term "aye aye, Captain," and thus that is what I say.
Okay.
Good for our attacks.
Did you really just?
You know, what did you roll, Vale?
I got a 12.
12. Okay.
No, a 13. Excuse
13?
me. Yeah.
You kind of glance and you see the shadows are beginning to grow a bit longer from the trees, and you kind of check behind you and around you, and it's very quiet.
Okay.
Appears only ones out here that you can tell.
All right.
As the sun does begin to set, again, if you guys want to start thinking about setting up camp, what's kind of the game plan?
Is there a smaller tree that we could like climb up in?
I was about to recommend, yeah.
I got you. So is there a smaller, like more looks like it's kind of sturdy enough that it could fit somebody sitting on a branch? You know, just kind of.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me, Jareth.
Works for me. What was my perception? Oh! Alright, the end of the good streak. That's a 7.
7?
Aye.
Looking around, I mean, there's plenty of trees. For your purposes, though, that you're looking, I mean, these are some pretty gnarly trees. They're more squat than those of the Doorwood.
I'm gonna give it a shot and try and climb one anyway.
Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
That's pretty good. Okay,
Wow, yeah,
so that's gonna be a 23.
Okay. You managed to make your way. It's very slimy, and the branches are kind of almost spongy as you go up them. And as you make your way up, it's again about maybe like 8 or 9 feet, not that high up. There's not a lot of branches coming off of it. I mean, you climb the tree, but there's...
Right. Is there one I can just kind of sit on? Like where I could like lean up against tree?
You could probably from the base, but you probably couldn't sit up in the tree. There's not a lot of branches. There's not a lot of leverage for you to sit up in this tree. Or you could probably maybe try to find something down on the ground. With a perception check, you're kind of struggling to find anywhere.
I'm not seeing anywhere good that we could rest for the evening. I was hoping I could find a tree that we could climb up in, but doesn't look like that's going to be the case.
Do you think maybe we could go further ahead, find maybe a clearing or something? Or just keep walking until we find something?
I have an idea.
What's that, Vale?
So, when my father took me fishing, and we would be there longer than a day, what we would do is we would take extra fishing rope, which we had, and we would turn our blankets into these things they called hammocks, and we would put them between 2 low branches, and that would keep us off of the ground.
That's not a bad idea.
That's actually a really great idea.
Okay.
Excellent idea, to be honest.
Well, I guess I'll take out my rope and start trying to lash to like a connecting point, and then put my blanket.
I will do the same thing.
Okay. I'd like all of you to. We'll make this a skill challenge. Why not?
Sounds good.
Again, not a roll. There's not a lot of. There's not a lot like a time crunch necessarily with this. So we'll say you need a certain number of successes. DC's not too high. But what skills are you going to contribute?
I'm gonna go survival.
Oh, I hate you.
Try and do
Okay.
the knock.
I hate you. That's what I was going to do.
Ooh.
He who speaks first gets the.
All right.
first
Well,
toast.
you've been rolling pretty good, so
You know, I'll
we'll
do-
see.
Acrobatics to go around and do it all.
Okay. Well, let me see what Jareth rolled.
That would be a 22.
Okay. I'll say you managed to lash, not securely, and get sturdy points to lash the ropes onto. Gajil, you're using acrobatics to
Yes,
kind
to kind of get under trees and do
of.
it.
Yeah, kind of shimmy around like you need to. Throw your
Okay.
weight around.
10?
10. Okay. 10 was what you needed. So you break a couple trees before you finally find one sturdy enough, and you finally are stubborn enough to plant your foot against it and reach up and manage to secure the knots and connect them with Jareth's.
I imagine that sometimes after I fell out of the trees, I would look to Jareth and I'd say, maybe it is not you who is big boned. Maybe it is I.
I didn't think that was in question.
Okay. And I'll say with that, you guys managed to throw some blankets across and kind of have a makeshift raised hammock area that you've lashed together using. You guys have.
I have 50 feet of impetus.
I think each of you have between you
Yes.
150 feet. I'll say you could.
Yeah.
Could rig something together.
Yeah.
We're all Boy Scouts here, so we can we can figure it out.
I am a Cub Scout.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, no.
I like that one. That was good. That was clever. See, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I think he's picking favorites.
I think so too.
That's
But,
because I'm so cheerful and delightful.
Okay,
The
so
weather
as
sounds frightful.
all right, as you guys all kind of begin to settle in for the night, as the sun has begun to set and you're setting up camp, what's your passive perception, everyone?
My passive perception is going to be a 13.
12.
12.
14.
14.
Oh, you're really good.
Cool. Gajeel, you notice at first, you see, as you're kind of all getting set up, and I'm going to say you guys have made like a triangle lashing point, and have laid blankets in the center, kind of all in the center of this, getting ready to bed down for the night. As you kind of turn, you do a double take, and you look, and you manage to see, it kind of spooks you first. You see, appears to be a figure approaching your camp. You hear the squelching of boots, and you watch as the figure gets about maybe 20-25 feet from your camp before leaning up against a tree with an arm and just appears to be just kind of watching.
I'm gonna look to the figure. Can I see the figure? Like, how well can I see this thing?
Make a perception check.
Yeah.
You do have dark vision, don't you?
I do have dark vision.
Yeah, you can see it, but again, it's,
Would this be investigation because I'm looking at it more thoroughly?
It's up to you.
I'm gonna use perception because I have a higher thing.
Okay.
I was just curious. I was just curious.
No, it's okay.
Well, diddly dang it. That's a 2.
A 2. Okay, you can tell the figure is a little bit stockier, but that's about all you can tell.
Well, the night they come, so I'm just gonna kind of pull out my sword and just kind of call out to the figure. I'm gonna say, "Who goes there?"
You kind of just hear this. Well, I was about to ask the same question to you, stranger. See, I was wondering what your interests were here in this here parts of the wood. And you watch as the figure kind of turns and their back is up against the tree now. Their arms are crossed. And looking, I'll say, with that perception as you look, the figure appears to be bald. But that's, again, it's about all you can see from this perspective.
You know, I'm not gonna say anything until you tell me what you're doing passing through these woods as well.
Well, you talk pretty prideful like for a stranger in, well, our neck of the woods.
That isn't pride, it's just practical. Now, again, if you would like to tell me what you're doing, I'll be more than kind to tell you what I'm doing.
Well then, you see, I was getting rather late, and I hadn't had supper yet, and I was thinking, well, maybe I'll just go to bed hungry. But then I wandered up upon you folk, and seems as you don't have any mind to explain yourselves. I think I'll just go ahead and maybe sit down for dinner. What do you say? You watch as the figure kind of stands up, and you hear his shoulders kind of crack, and you watch as you see it stretch, and then you see it kind of you gather it's probably a he. Begins taking a few steps forward towards where you guys are at with your lashings.
As he kind of approaches, I'm going to say, it's a little rude to invite yourself to dinner, don't you think?
Well,
I'll raise my sword a little bit.
Okay.
And tell him.
You watch as he stops about 10 feet from you and kind of cocks his head and looks and says, I suppose, but it's not often that dinner shows up in front of you now, is it?
Oh my.
And you watch as the figure. You get a better look now. You see a figure in ragged, kind of torn clothing, almost like a torn kind of leathers. It appears. You see they appear covered in muck and mud from head to toe, and you see a face with a large scar running across the bridge of its nose. It's rather rough and tumble, to be frank, a rather ugly looking figure who has his arms crossed in front of you, and you see he's looking at you. Make an insight check for me, Gajeel.
He's failing me.
Different dice.
Yep, that one's the one we're going with. That's gonna be 18.
18. You've been. He's looking at you. He's looking at you the way you would look at a stew after a long day out working. Appears to be sizing you up.
You have till the count of 10 to walk away, friend.
Well,
1, 2, 3.
oh, this is gonna be fun. And you watch as the figure
5.
begins to. You watch as for a moment. You see, you're like, oh, is he stretching it? But you watch as the figure begins to. You watch as the muscles begin to elongate, and you watch as there's these cracking sound, and it's. You take a step back instinctually, and you watch as there's this grotesque cracking of limbs, and you watch as the limbs begin to elongate. The figure's shoulders broaden. You watch as its nose and kind of jowls begin to elongate. The fingers begin to grow longer, and you watch as this figure begins to transform into this kind of monstrous, nightmarish-looking beast before you. As it grows about a few inches taller than you, Gajil, and you watch as it towers down at you, and you see and smell this thick matted fur that now begins to grow off of it. And you watch as it lets out this deep howl, and then looks down at you and says, dinner time. And that's where we're going to take a break.
Oh, wow.
Good break time. All right.
Hey there, everybody. This is your Tower of Fate update. I know we're about to have a huge fight, so there might be a lot of pulls from this coming up. So let's look at it now. The tower, from where I'm standing, it hasn't been touched. But if you remember last time, it's kind of wobbly. It's a little, it looks to be like if there's 2 or 3 more pulls, it's going to get really unstable. So, yeah, that's something to look out for. I'm worried, but, I'm confident at the same time. That's a paradox. But, that's the Tower of Fate update. Let's hope that nothing bad happens to it during this fight.
And we're back. So, last we left off, this transformation was occurring in front of you, Gajil, as this rather large kind of swamp folk has shifted into a large wolf-like beast in front of you. I would like everyone. You guys are awake, I'm presuming.
Yes.
Also, you guys are bedding down. I'd like everyone to go ahead and roll for initiative, please.
Oh no. Let us see.
Oof.
That's not good.
So I'm gonna end up with a 4.
A 4 for Jareth, okay.
Yes, I have a
Actually makes
15.
sense. I don't,
15
I'll
for
strike
Vale?
first.
I have a 9.
9 for Gajil, okay. Let me...
We are not roll. Well, I guess
And-
you guys are not rolling so well.
Yeah, that's
I'm.
Don't tell us that, no. Don't
Alrighty.
tell us that, no. Don't
So,
tell us that. No.
sorry.
Stop it. Get some help.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, so first up is the creature in front of you, Gajil. As you see this creature looking down at you, which is a very strange experience for you. You are not used to looking up at things. As it looks down at you, you watch as its tongue kind of dangling out of its mouth, its snout now lined with these razor-sharp teeth, some cracked and broken. You watch it as it lets out this howl and then takes a bite towards you. It's going to roll to hit you.
God.
Ooh, rolled really well. That is a 21 to hit.
You know, I wish I could say that didn't hit, but it did.
Okay. So you take 4 points of piercing damage.
Oh, that's good.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, Gajil.
Okay, real quick, I'm just gonna test these two dice. It's not my roll. I want to see which one's doing better.
Okay, so these
Okay.
aren't official rolls.
These are
We're test
They're
dice.
both rolling really bad, so I guess it just doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. So
Alright.
you're gonna roll.
Yeah, this is my official roll.
This is
I'm
the
gonna test it.
Official roll.
Oh, thank God.
You chose the right one.
Oh, you chose wisely. That's gonna be
17 plus 5.
yeah, that's gonna be 21.
No, it's gonna be a 22.
22.
22.
That was my
Okay,
really
so you take the damage, you watch as it bites down on you, and that is all it can do on this turn. It is actually, go ahead and make a, no, because it technically already did that. So it is going to be biting down on you. Where are the two of you sitting?
In the hammocks, I'd assume we made like a little triangle,
Mm-hmm.
you know, so we can
Yeah,
see
yeah.
all directions. I'd probably be in the backmost.
Okay.
But he's up next, so.
Okay. As you
Oh,
both,
it's more of a man.
as you both are sitting there, you hear who has the higher passive perception?
I've got a 13.
Yeah, it's Jareth. Okay, so Jareth, you hear this dripping sound, and you feel the hair on the back of your neck stand up as you feel this large paw on your shoulder.
I'm just gonna whip around and.
Well, you would, but it is going, as you feel these claws on your shoulder, Vale, you look up and you see, rising up from the muck, another one of these creatures. You see the mud dripping off of it in this nightmarish-like appearance as it has appeared. Vale, I would like you to make a pull from the tower as you are witnessing this.
Oh my god.
As you feel the fear
my.
Don't you fail
locking
this.
I mean, if you fail it,
as you are
Then
very
I die.
surprised. Very, very surprised. As you watch this figure rising up out of the muck, its claw on Jareth's shoulder. As you take it and you feel your nerves almost get the better of you, but you manage to bite it down, and in your head you're like, stupid dog, stupid dog, stupid dog, as you manage to steal the scream you feel rising inside your throat. It is going to attempt to bite you, Jareth. It has advantage to do so, as
Of course,
you did
because
not
I
notice it.
didn't- yeah, nope.
That's what those perception checks were for earlier.
Oh, I see.
That is a 19 to hit you, Jareth.
Yup, that hits.
Okay.
We're fighting werewolves, so that, I mean, those are pretty strong.
Who said werewolves? Did anyone say werewolves?
I've
Yeah,
read
werewolves, don't even ask.
I am a cat, I can see a dog. I know a dog when I see a dog.
I don't know what a werewolf.
Jareth, you take
Nice.
10 points of piercing damage,
Oh, alright, that's fine.
and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
I can do that. Give me 1 second to get to my con. Oh!
Mm-hmm.
That's an 8.
An 8.
Aye.
All right. Good to know.
God, get off of me! Someone!
As it is clamped down on your shoulder, it is now Vale. It is your turn. As there are, from what you can see, 2 of these creatures
Okay, there are only two
that you can see.
that I can see. Can I make it? I have night vision, so I have dark vision. Might I look around to see if there are any more in the trees or in the area around
Sure.
us?
You can make a perception check.
Yes.
Also, this is your bonus action to do
Yes.
so.
Okay, that is fine. That was not bad. Is perception correct?
Yes.
Okay. Is it 12?
A 12. Looking around, you do not see any more in the vicinity from what you can tell.
Okay.
It is anything else you want to do? You still have your
Yes.
action and movement.
Yes, I want to actually. I'm closest to Jareth.
What in the 9 hells? Ah! Go! Get it off!
I remember reading a story about this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go into Jareth's bag. I'm going to get up and go into Jareth's bag.
Okay.
And I'm going to find the bar of silver.
Ah, okay.
Wise boy.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take it. I don't know if there is a sharp ending to it, but I'm going to hit it like a brick against its face.
You're gonna break this thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you're a monk.
break-
Do it.
yes.
Yeah, do it. So make your attack. Make your attack.
Come on, baby. Okay, let's see here. It's going to be. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, that's a 16.
That will hit.
Yes!
Go ahead and I'll say this is we'll say this is a monk weapon for you. We'll say
Okay.
it's a simple weapon. It's a
Okay.
brick.
What would that be? Is it?
It's a D4 currently.
Okay.
So it's D4 plus your strength or dex modifier.
Okay, good. Max damage.
Ooh,
That
yes!
is,
Yes, get
that
him.
is 8.
8 points. once. Okay.
Yes. Once.
Okay.
Blap. You blapped it.
Okay. As you strike it with this bar, you watch as it leaves a deep bruise, and you watch as it howls out in pain and immediately releases from Jareth's shoulder and immediately turns its attention towards you. Vale, do you want to stay where you're at?
Yes, I'm going to stand my ground. I'm going to assume a position with this bar of silver in my hand.
Brick stance. Okay.
Brick stance.
Okay. Alrighty, that ends Vale's turn. Gajil, it is your turn. Jareth, you're on deck.
Alright, so as it's kind of coming at me, I'm just gonna say, you can forget the countdown as I take the sword and I'm gonna try and stab him right
Okay.
there.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
You got this.
Add it all up.
Oh, well. It's gonna be
6.
Yeah, it's gonna be 14.
That hits.
Am I a math man? I'm not.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alrighty. And this is one-handed. Just want to make that very, very clear.
Okay. One hand.
Okay, not bad. It's gonna be
9.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Okay.
This man working
As-
like crazy in his head.
I do.
As you strike it, you watch as your sword does some damage, but you watch as it seems to glide off its hide, not doing the full impact that you had hoped for. Though you watch as it does recoil and it does release its grip on you with that damage. So, anything else you want to do?
As it's sitting there, can I use... Never mind. I'll wait for that. And I'm gonna use my bonus action to pull out the Morning Star and hold it.
Oh, dual wielding. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna start spinning it. I'm gonna
Okay.
kind of look at it. I'm gonna take my sword and put it in front of it, and I'm just gonna kind of egg him to come at me.
Okay. When you pull out the Morning Star, are you having it glow or not? Or
Not yet.
not yet? Okay. That ends your turn. Jareth.
Teacher, bite me, you son of a bitch, and I'm just gonna try and get it from behind since it's focused on Vale. I'm gonna flank around it and try and hack at it from behind with
Okay.
my axe.
Go ahead.
That's not bad. So that's going to be a 5 plus 18.
Yep, that'll hit. Go ahead and
Cool.
roll some damage.
Not a lot of damage, but that's 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage.
He's just gonna swing it down at its
Alright.
back.
As you strike it, you watch as you're expecting more of your axe to go
Sink.
into it, sink in, and you watch as it hits, but it almost seems to deflect off a bit. It does hurt it, and it yelps out in pain, but not quite as much damage as you were expecting. It is now their turn. Vale, looking at you, you watch as its eyes lower towards you, these almost yellowed slits, and you watch as its tongue kind of lags out of its mouth. It almost licks its lips and then rushes towards you aggressively. It's going to attempt to slash at you. That is, it's very good, a 22.
Of course it hits.
You take
It hit anyone, really.
10 points of slashing damage.
Oof.
And it is going to also go in for a bite. Or no, it's going to go for another claw. We'll go for
All right.
because it's rushing at you. That's not so good. An 11.
Oh, that does not hit.
Okay, so you take the first one, and as it comes to the second one, you manage to grab its wrist and throw it off of you, and it reassume your stance. The other one on you, Gajil, is going to go in. Let's see here. Yeah, it's going to go in for another bite. As you have stabbed it, didn't like that. That is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. It's going to attempt to bike you. It's
Bike me.
It's gonna pick up a bike and
We're going
whack
on
you
a
with
Viking race.
Yeah, it's gonna pop a wheelie. So that is 7 points of piercing damage against you.
7 points?
Yes.
Oof.
And I need you to make another con save for me.
Things just trying to. Okay, I'm gonna do another test. Just these
Test
two.
roll. Okay.
Just do. Okay. Let's see if I choose wisely again. I did. Oh, I did. Oof. This one's not letting me down. And this is a saving throw for con, right?
Yes, con save.
18.
Okay. Yes. So again, bites into you, and you kind of grunt in pain. It's latched onto you at the moment. That ends their turn. Vale, you're up. Gajil on deck.
Okay, real quick, I need to ask a question.
Yes.
If I want to spend a key point, would that be a bonus action or would it be?
Your key abilities are bonus actions. Yes.
Okay. So then, I'm for my main action, I'm going to pull out my Swiftfire.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to use my bonus action to shake it, to turn it on.
Okay. So you do. It ignites in flame. You watch as it instinctually takes a step back from from the appearance of the flame.
Yes, and I'm going to just go at it and try to hit this with the broom of fire.
Okay. Yeah. Go right ahead. Right ahead.
Let us see what happens. I do not hit it.
What did you roll? Add all your stuff.
It's +6.
No, that's a saving throw.
No. But you add your you're gonna add your proficiency bonus.
Yeah,
Plus
that's a 9.
9. Okay, 9 does not hit. So you swing at it, and it sees it coming, and it's kind of staying away from the fire. It doesn't again, is taken by surprise. Anything else you want to do, Vale? You can move. That's about all you got left.
I can move. I'm going to. I don't know if this would be an action. Could I go up the tree?
Yes, that would be an action to climb up the tree.
Okay,
These
okay.
trees specifically.
Can I go behind the tree?
Sure, you can move around behind the tree.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna move back.
And I'm gonna say it's not gonna get an attack at you because it kind of took a step back when you pulled up the flaming broom.
I'm gonna step back and kind of get near the like I'm peeking around the corner kind of the tree.
Using it as cover.
Yeah, kind of using it as cover. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll say you do so. That ends Vale's turn. Gajeel, you are up.
All right, so this guy biting me again. I'm getting rather annoyed with this. I'm going to take my sword again and just stab it back at him. Just kind of lunge him off of me. You know,
Okay.
kind of stab it at him.
Make your attack.
Okay, let's. Oh, and I have improved critical.
Oh, did you roll 19?
I rolled a 19.
Yeah, okay, that's a crit.
Yes, I like that.
Champion.
That's what it is, baby.
Okay, so go ahead and double the dice damage and add. Oh, you have brutal critical, so add another die of damage to that. This is gonna hurt.
This is gonna hurt. Oh no, I'm not even done with my turn yet after this.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's gonna be.
Quick maths.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not good with math.
Dude, you're
You need
fine.
help?
Dude.
No, I got it.
Yeah, he's a smart boy. Let him do it.
24 points of damage.
24 points. Damage.
And now we're gonna get even better, baby. You see, we're a fighter, right? I'm gonna action surge. I'm gonna use my
Ooh,
bonus
yes, sir.
action to ignite my morning star.
Okay.
I'm gonna swing it around. I'm gonna just beat the heck out of this.
Okay.
This whatever it is.
Alrighty, yeah. Go ahead and make an attack roll. You guys watch as a bright light, almost a daylight, it emits in about a 30-foot radius. So you have to avert your eyes for a second as you take a swing at it.
Oh baby, that's a 21.
That hits.
Ooh,
Are
ooh.
you?
I'm smiting this.
You're okay. So you watch as there lets out this pulse of light, very similar to what struck you, Gajeel, in the previous fight. As you use the charge to smite it. That's an extra. So that is an extra 2d8 damage on top of the d8 damage it does.
You may very well.
Thank you. We're ending this whole man's career right here, right now.
No kidding.
Oh, max damage on one of them. Oh, Gajeel.
So that's gonna be 8.
It's gonna be 8 plus.
So 16 plus 3 plus 4. So 23.
Plus 1.
Oh, it's advanced plus 1.
24 points of damage.
24 points of damage.
What
and as
turn.
that happens, as I swing it around to hit him, I said, "It's always rude to invite yourself to dinner." As I kind of swing and hit him.
Okay. As you uppercut it, boom! You watch as his eyes glaze back, and you watch as his eyes flash in pain, and he stumbles backwards away from you. Yeah, he's looking real hurt. You watch his fur appears to be singed. That was so much. That was almost over 50 points in one turn. Well done. Well done, Gajeel.
I love fighters.
They're epic. Okay, that ends. You gonna stay where you're at, Gajeel?
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna sit him down, being like ready to go.
Okay. man, he's dual wielding weapons. That's awesome. Okay, that ends Gajil's Jareth. What are you doing?
So that one werewolf still's got its back turned to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually gonna try and use my axe to like get it by its neck.
Oh, okay. Go and make
hold
a
it
go
down.
and make a grapple check. It's gonna try to oppose you.
That's not great. That's gonna be a 6.
Yeah. So it rolled a 22. So as you try to go over its back, it's a little bit taller than you. So
Right.
you try to go, and as you go, it just turns and almost kind of snaps at you, and you pull back
I'm
instinctually.
gonna use my action surge to just instinctively take a
Okay.
hit.
So you use your action to go and take a swing.
That's better. So that's going to be add it all together. It's going to be a 17.
17. Yes, that will hit.
All right.
Go ahead
Roll in.
and roll some damage.
Roll damage here. Of course. That's going to be 4 points of damage.
Damage. Okay. You strike it. It's a glancing blow. Does a little bit of damage, but not as.
Hey Vale, I could use some help over here.
Okay. Do you want to stay where you're at, Jareth?
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Okay.
I'm not gonna start kind of like edging away from him. Not running away, but like just kind of like, nice doggy.
Okay. As you do this, you watch as you hit it, you watch as it turns its attention towards you as you are within its range, and it is going to lash at you with one of its claws. Does a 7 hit you?
No.
Okay. It lashes you with one, and then immediately follows up with another, attempts to hit you, and that's a 6.
Nah.
Yeah, great rolls.
Oh
Okay.
man, that hurt real bad.
So it's easy, Buster. Watching you, Jareth. Okay, so as you kind of bat away its claws, the one that was attacking you, Gajil, you watch as it gets up, and you watch as it is now on kind of goes to all fours, and then begins to rush away from you. You can make an attack of opportunity if you'd like to.
You know I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm going to sit there. I'm just going to take my sword. I'm just going to kind of swing at him as he's going.
Okay. Go ahead and.
Let's see if my luck is still going with me.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Oh yeah. Oh, Gajil. Oh, you're showing up today.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, that's going to be 22.
Yes, that will hit. Which weapon are you swinging with?
The sword. I'm just going to swing.
Swing with a sword. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead and roll damage.
It's what I know. It's what I'm going to mainly use. That's a D2. Here we go. Okay, not bad. So it's going to be 6 points of damage.
7.
No, 7 points of damage. Okay.
You strike it as it leaves, and you watch as it begins to limp a little bit, but it hurriedly makes its way, and it's gonna dash, and it leaves your line of sight as it rushes away.
The next thing we're going to do is, was it my turn, or was that its turn?
That was its turn. It is now Vale's turn.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my broom. I'm going to do it, hold it like a bow staff. Have it turn the long part going all along my arm. And I'm going to go at this one that is attacking Jareth with my Swiftfire broom. And I'm going to attempt to burn, as they say, rubber, I guess. I don't know if that's the right term.
Okay. Go right ahead.
I don't hit it. It's a 3.
Oh.
Not included everything
Okay.
else.
Yes. So you swing at it, and it's keeping fire is burning. Fire is ouchy. So it's staying away from the fire.
For my bonus action, I would like to spend 1 key point, and I want to have patient defense.
Okay. So you set yourself with the broom.
Yes.
Okay. Is that end your turn?
Yes, it ends my turn.
All right. Kajil, what would you like to do?
Oh boy. I'm going to take the Morning Star. I'm going to kind of wrap it up and put it on my side.
Okay.
I'm going to turn to the one, who looks like they're having the worst time here.
I just got bit in the shoulder.
Yeah, they both appear to have taken a little bit of damage and are kind of harrying it. This one still looks pretty angry, and they both taken damage.
Hey, I got turned into a cow. Can I go home now?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to,
Where did that?
I'm thinking about helping you. You should be.
Well, he is a helpless cow. You should probably.
He just got turned into a cow.
He's utterly defenseless.
Wow, these dogs are dead. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to look at Jareth. I'm going to look at Vale. I'm going to roll against myself. I'm going to decide which one I'm going to go help here. Because I'm kind of indecisive. So what's going to happen is I can't really. Which one do I go to? Jareth's on the ground, but it seems like Vale's having problems, so I'm gonna go for Jareth. So I look towards where Jareth is. I'm going to kind of take my sword, two-handed, and I'm going to just kind of charge at this wolf. Can I make that distance? It's not too
yes. Your movement is reduced because of the environment, but you managed to just get to it with your full movement.
And I'm just going to take my sword. I'm just going to swing at it and just boom, full on.
Go ahead for a strike.
And he's prone onto him, right?
No.
She's standing up.
I'm kind of like trying to back it away.
It's on both of its. It's on its
Gotcha.
hind legs.
I'm just trying to back it away with my axe. Just like nope, back. Back.
That's going to hit. It's going to be a great hit. Let's see. It's going to be 24.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay.
Roll some damage.
Oh, Gajeel, why you are showing up? Gajeel.
It's 10 now. D10.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're right because I'm two-handed.
Don't want you to miss out on the damage.
I'm not changing that roll. That's going to be a 10 plus 6. That's going to be 16. I rolled it.
Damage, nice. Oh. Yeah, again, you strike it. You feel like it should go in deeper, but it's a good hit as you slash across its side. It turns to see you, and is now kind of eyeing both of you.
I'm going to look at it. I'm just going to kind of take one of my hands and go, like egg him on. One hand wave it towards me, motion it, and grab it, and just kind of, let's go.
Okay. It kind of snarls at you. Jareth, what are you doing? It's your turn.
So I'm going to run at it from the side and just try and hit it at the neck area. Ha! 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 I tried, and probably fell. It's a 13.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Yeah! I'm not going to argue with that.
Doesn't have any armor on.
Okay, I'm actually doing good. So that's going to be a 12, but I'm also going to use... I'm going to make that a menacing strike.
Okay.
I'm trying to freak it out. I'm going to use a little superiority die. Yeah, it's 1 point of damage.
So what's the total on that?
It's going to make that 12 or 11, 12 total. Yeah.
12 damage. Okay. You strike it, find a little purchase. It slides off though, like this. There's something about it. And as you hit it, it takes it and looks towards you. What kind of save?
It needs to make a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Alrighty, that is a 13.
I think that passes actually. I don't know actually what it's supposed to beat.
What's your strength or dexterity higher?
My strength's higher. My strength's a 16.
So plus 3. Yeah, it needed to make a 13.
Yeah,
so it just means it.
Just
means it. Okay. So
of course.
It snarls towards you.
You're not really that scared. It's not scared of me.
Okay, and you watch as it is now its turn, and it watches it lunges towards you. It's going to attempt to.
I'm scared of it.
Claw at you. Does an 11 hit you?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. It slashes, and then it's almost kind of tumbling towards you, and it's going to attempt a bite against you. That might hit. As a 19 hit you.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I'd like to parry it.
Okay. You may do so. You suffer.
Reduce that damage.
Okay. You would suffer 4 points of piercing.
No, I don't.
Okay. You reduce it.
I suffer nothing.
So I'll say you kind of managed to put it, and it's biting down on the handle, chomping at you. As you kind of push it back, as it's I'll say since it didn't do any damage, it kind of pulls off. Yeah, that's good. It's good. It's a good ability. It is pulls back and is staring you down. That ends its turn. Vale, what are you doing?
Okay. What about the other one? What is the other one doing?
It is out of sight. You do not know where it has gone.
I want to take a look. I want to just give a quick scan of the area around here.
Make a perception check.
I am not. These are very tricksy creatures. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I don't see it.
Well, you're hyper focused on your one, right?
Yeah, I'm more hyper focused on the one I do see. It's gonna be like a 6.
6.
Yeah.
As you kind of look around, so that's your bonus action. You don't see it.
Okay.
In the vicinity.
Then if that is the case, would that count as my action?
That's your bonus action.
Oh, my bonus action. Okay, good. All right. Then I'm going to head towards this one, and I'm again going to try to hit it with my Swift-fire broom.
Okay, you do so. Go ahead and make an attack.
Forgot I have to actually hit it first.
Yeah, I'd appreciate it.
Might work. It's a 14 hit.
Yep, that will hit.
Nice.
Get him.
So roll some
Get him.
Nice. I have first 1 second. I actually got to see what the.
So the broom actually does just the dice damage.
Okay.
You don't.
Okay.
You won't add any.
Okay.
You can add your strength modifier.
That's what I was going to do.
Okay,
I was going to add my strength modifier with it. So it's going to be. And then that's going to be 8. Do I have to roll for fire damage too?
That what you rolled is the fire damage.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it takes 8 points of fire damage.
Nice.
Just a second. And it is currently on fire as it ignites and it lets out a howl of pain and looking around angrily. That ends your turn. Vale, Gajeel, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna look to Jareth. I'm gonna be like, "You handling yourself well, old man?"
Not really. That thing's terrifying.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of take my sword. I'm just gonna kind of go at it and swing up, trying to get it like kind of. Is it on him? Like kind of.
It's like trying to bite down.
Yeah, it was biting out and it pulled away.
I'm
so
gonna take my sword.
It's kind of standing up.
I'm gonna take my sword. I'm gonna attempt to swing it up and kind of hit its back, like the bottom of its head, to kind of lop it off of him. Not like lop his head, but like get him off of Jareth.
Make an attack.
All right.
Upward strike. Incoming.
Blowing it. Thanks, baby.
First one last time.
Vegas.
No, oh.
Don't blow on his dice.
Okay, so that's gonna be a wonderful, fantastic 24.
Oh, it's a good roll. Yeah. So do blow on the dice. Okay. Yes, that will hit.
yeah,
That will hit. I thought that was a oh no. I screwed up.
Oh no,
Cursed
that
my
was
last one.
Oh yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It'll be
It's a 5 plus 6. It's gonna be
5 plus 4. You don't have proficiency.
well 5 plus 4 is going to be
9.
9.
9 points
There
of
you go.
damage. It's looking pretty hurt as you slash upward against its kind of snout, and you see blood dripping down. A flame. Again, it's on fire now, and it's thrashing around. It's getting pretty close.
Did it manage to get him off of him though?
Yeah, no, it wasn't up on it. It had pulled away from Jareth, but it stepped back even further now. That ends. Anything else you want to do? Do you want to move? I assume.
I'm going to kind of scoot towards Jareth just a little bit, just to kind of be next to him.
Okay, cool.
Kind of help him up.
Yeah, it is now Jareth's turn as you slide over Gajeel.
So, would you say it would take a bonus action to drop my axe and pull my bow,
Oh, if you.
or would that be a full action?
I'll say
It's up to you.
I'll say it's a bonus action. It is gonna be at disadvantage because it's right up next to you.
Right.
So you might be better off with your. It's up to you. It's up to you. You can do it. It'll be I'll say it's a bonus action to switch, but the attack will be with disadvantage because it's in melee range with the bow.
I am gonna try and back up. Actually, is what I'm gonna do. Because I don't like getting. It's already bit me twice, or tried to bite me twice. So I'm actually gonna.
Okay. It's
back
gonna.
away.
It is going to take a swipe at you.
Fine by me.
It is not gonna hit you.
All right.
With an 8.
Yeah. So I'm gonna back away. I'd say probably 10 feet.
Okay.
And I'm gonna draw my bow and take a shot.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the hit. Is your dexterity?
Yeah, it's not great, but that's gonna be 14.
14. That hits.
Alright, so that's going to be 4 points of damage on it.
4 points of damage.
No.
It is so low. You strike it and you watch as it staggers and takes a step, and it's kind of stumbling now, and it is looking very hurt. Do you want to do anything else, Jareth?
I don't have anything else to do, so I've used my movement bonus and
as it kind of staggers, it sees you, and it takes a step, and another, and then you watch as you see there's almost this red glow in its eyes. It's in flames. It's kind of terrifying in its own way.
I don't like it. That's what I'm
As it begins to rush towards you, Jareth, it goes into a leap, and you watch. You hear this big, like, meaty smacking sound, and you watch as it appears to get hit, and it just slumps in front of you, smoking. And you see, sticking out of it, a steel shaft sticking out of it.
That's not one of mine.
I didn't shoot it.
I don't have those on my person.
I'm gonna do a perception check.
Go ahead.
So that's going to be a 18.
18 in this perception?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say you see another arrow land at your feet, and you watch behind you as another arrow.
Take cover!
And you watch as these arrows begin landing around you, and you guys watch as the arrows almost begin to be forming like a shape, and you watch as they are forming around you, striking the ground, and they stop.
Well,
What was that?
Is
that
there
isn't
any?
honest at all.
Is there any way I could climb up the tree to see what the shape it made? I don't.
Make a perception check for me, Dale.
Nice. Cool. That's not bad. It's 14.
14. You reach over to go and climb a tree, and as you go, you watch as what you grab. You grab a shoulder, and you look, and you see what you thought was a tree is a figure standing there with a bow drawn, aimed at you. You see it is covered head to toe in mud, and you look around now, and you see other figures that are rising up out of the mud. All manner of crossbow, arrow. You see some with daggers drawn, and you see roughly maybe a dozen, maybe more figures rising up around you. All these arrows and slings and weapons drawn pointing at you. And you watch as one of them raises a hand, and then you hear a voice that calls out, wait.
Oh god, not this guy again.
Who?
You watch as a figure steps forward and pulls a hood down, and Jareth, you see a familiar figure that you met a few nights ago approach, tall with very long protruding ears and elegant elongated features, approach towards your group.
What do you want?
You see again it wears this kind of muck covered grayish torn poncho. Its hands are not visible. You watch as they approach and kind of cock a head to the side and then look at you and say, well, it's a bit rough around the edges, but... And you watch as it extends a hand towards you.
What do you want?
I believe it to be one of ours. You have something of mine?
Oh. He's gonna actually reach in his pouch and pull the amulet and toss it to him.
You watch as he grabs it. You watch as he holds it up and lets it dangle and kind of turns and shows it for everyone to see. And you watch as he holds up again this jade arrowhead pendant. And I'll say with the light from the Swifire, as you guys have deemed it,
yes,
as it is,
as
it's been deemed. You guys see it kind of gleams a greenish glow as he holds it up and shows it around. You watch as the other figures begin to lower their weapons. You watch as Rendralian turns back and says, well, now that is settled, welcome to the fletching. And that is where we're going to end for tonight.
Ooh,
guys.
Mysterious.
Saved by a ranger in the night.
Is it a ring?
You guys, you had the beast. It
We had it tamed.
Let's be honest.
it was at 1 hit point.
Man, so you're saying if I dealt one word.
Yeah, y'all didn't have Gajeel. Thank goodness you had the
Yeah.
magic weapon. And you had the silver bar. That silver
That
bar
was
did
smart.
Silver bar did
I actually have a plus
almost
6 'cause I have dual.
16 points of damage
Yeah,
because
that
it's
was
double.
that was a sick like
Yeah.
what? Yeah.
It,
So I get a plus 6.
good.
What was it?
So-
I wanted to what was it?
Oh. Wait,
Oh, yeah.
wait.
So I actually could have killed it.
Yep.
If I
So-
would've
You were
tried
close.
that.
You were close.
If I would have actually counted dueling,
One of them
I would have
got
been a
away.
plus 6.
Wait, what's the one again? Can I read that again? I actually don't know.
We can
what
check
the-
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take it afterwards.
Yeah,
I'm just
check
saying,
it.
like, we could have killed it!
Yeah, we could
So
have
close. Gotta know. Gotta have your stuff. Gotta check your stuff.
All right. Once again, thank you for watching. If you would like to follow us on social media, we have our personal social medias linked in the description below, as well as our main Twitter account at
Right.
Dread Dungeons.
Yes.
Yes. Where we post updates on future episodes, memes occasionally, and
We got our first meme post in today.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, you try to come up with cool and creative magic items. You love it. Just
It's
love
it's
it
a
when
cool
you
and
play
creative
it.
magic
You left the naming of it to me. You know what you did.
Hey, I think it's great. I think it's great. It's just yeah.
Yeah, we'll see you next time, everybody.
Bye, guys.